So now to the last step, which is the visualization using different materials or different colors, and from there we can move to the printing section. Alright, how can we do that? First, we select any object that we want to change its color, for example this one. And from materials, yeah, I can go from home to visualize. Then I can select the material browser. We have so many different materials depending on what we are working with. Most of them are architectural. For me, I don't care about all those types. I just want to select the appropriate type to show my model. In general, I don't think it is necessary to select a material, but in case someone wants to do that, I can select the concrete wall, for example, and then browse the materials. And here we can come to concrete, for example. We can select the object first. This is the object that I want. And here I can select assign to selection. So I can see that my wall now is concrete one. The foundation also I can do this assign to select. And the top beam I can again do that assign to selection. There is something I can do. For example, concrete here I can edit this. When I do this, I can change the color if I want. For example, I can make it lighter. So this one, yeah, it's concrete 5. I have so many different types. I mean, I have made different types for this model. For example, this one. Yeah, I need to select the object first and then assign to selection. I think they must give me different texture. Maybe concrete 5. I can just simply update this one from here. Let's select this one. Yes, as we can see, the color is changing, but I can select different colors. Normally I use the regular colors, but in case someone want to just delete those materials, we can just go back, select the object and right click, then properties from materials, from the properties section here. We can find the material, simply just bring it back to by block or by layer. Because I have changed the color layer for the concrete. Let's keep it like this, so when printing it's gonna be easier. But in if someone wants to change the material type, just simply right click on this properties, and then from material we can select so many different concretes. For example, concrete 1. I changed some properties of those concretes. As we can see here, it's a little bit lighter, but we can keep changing the colors as much as we want until finding the right view options. Okay, let's go with this one. What we need now is to plot this or get the picture out of this model. Okay, so first thing we need to select the right view that we want to produce or we want to have. For example, this face is like elevation, and the top one we can look at the plan. We can always rotate. We can go back to the the wireframe. We can check the other options, shaded with edges. But let's look at the main view, which is this one, but actually I would prefer changing a little bit so we can see all parts. This one, for example, let's say we are gonna print this one. So we go to printing. We can select print from here, or we can do Control B, or just simply type print. Then we select the printer. Usually I use AutoCAD to PDF, high quality. And then from here we will select the pin assignment with colors, which is AutoCAD. Keep it like this, not as displayed from here. Yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. So for this, I'm not gonna select as displayed. No, I will select realistic. And then the quality, usually I can use maximum, but I would prefer going to maximum with 300 resolution option. And there is something here called transparency. We can select this option or deselect it depending on what we have done in the model itself. I'm not going to talk about for now. I will explain something about it once we are done with this. So from here we can select the picture size. Usually I use the largest so I can get the best resolution, but sometimes it takes time depending on the computer that we have. For example, let's select this, which is the maximum. It's A0. It's the largest sheet size that we can have. And from here, I will select a window. Yes, so now I will be selecting exactly the model that I want. Okay, and let's enter the plot. We can make it landscape or portrait. As we can see, when we change the type here, it will show us exactly how large the picture that we want. Okay, I'm almost done. Let's review to see our outcome. It's not gonna be clear yet, but I can keep it realistic for now. Then I will print. Now I will just right click, then plot. Here we can save it. For example, I'm gonna call it view 2. It will take some time. Now I got the picture, as we can see, because I used like very high resolution and very large size of the sheet. It's taking too long to create this picture, but I can always use like this resolution or smaller picture size, because rendering takes long time and we don't need that much of resolution. I mean, we can keep it a little bit smaller as long as we can see visible figures. Yeah, so this is the 3D model. As we can see, the material texture is not that good to present, but we can always keep using normal colors, which I will do it now. I just want to show similar colors to this one because ours are a little bit darker. I can do that by changing the parts colors. Let me go back to this, and from here let's change it. This is the beauty when you use colors or when you use layers. You can always just change one color and it's gonna be changed all. For this one, let me just check the material. Steel blue. No, I'm gonna put it back to layer. I don't need any material. I don't need any material for this. Properties, please go back to layer. So for this one, I think for the wool, I can keep it like this. Go back to realistic. As we can see, I can do one more thing here by changing the color of the wool to blue. Let's just try to simulate what we. Okay, this is the wool. I'm gonna change it into. I think this color will work. Maybe I can make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, now let's print again, but with smaller size. I can keep this, but change this into A2. I think A2 will work. And I can use now, let's use shaded with edges. Review, this is what we will get. But let's try again this one, shaded. Yeah, I feel this one is better, but I need to adjust the window that I wanna print. It's this one. No, again, I'm gonna select it again to include all parts. Review. Yes, that's the picture that we need. Let's plot this one, and let's call it view number 3. Now it will keep plotting for a while. Yeah, as we can see, it takes this time to create this 3D figure, and now we can see it's a little bit clear, and we can see all parts. And from here we can use any like PDF reader, or we can just snip this figure that we need and then go to our presentation. For example, this one, paste the picture that we need, and from here we can simply add the notations that we want. For example, if we want to like label the parts, I can just simply select this one. So no, we can use this one actually. This is the figure we want. For example, here I can crop this lateral supports. I can change the arrow size and the arrow color to whatever color we want. We can always change the arrow shape, and from here we can say I would prefer PowerPoint for labeling and annotations because it's a lot easier to deal with. And from here we can do one more thing. Maybe we can make this one thinner. Maybe I can change this color. Let me check one more thing here. Yeah, actually I would prefer reducing the transparency, so the pictures stay clean and clear, and those annotations are not disturbing the main picture. No, they are just like explaining what is going on, but they are not the main parts that we want to emphasize on. And from here we can just simply copy this again. For example, to this one we can say, I think the reaction frame, we can call this, yeah, we can distribute those annotations